At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Steelers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Love, they go play action now. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a first down. Love looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, it's Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Fryermuth.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Faster.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You look at the Steeler defense.
And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
On third down, Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
To throw now, here's Love. It's Dillon again.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throw left side, there's London.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
These two teams all tied after one. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pickett will look to throw it here. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they... Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jonnu Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
2nd down, here's Pickett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Harvin in punt formation for the Steelers. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Madden, trouble, 38. Blue striker.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle, Jones. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now Austin. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Pickett. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Jack,
They'll go again to Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. off the play fake, Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now 2nd and 3. Pickett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. He finds Watson. It's gone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
Right. Ready, set.
play fake. Here's Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Here's Love.
Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett back to throw.
That is caught. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Shot, 17. Set.
An inside give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Ready?
Running right, Jones. Room here to run.
Down the right sideline. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Play action this time with Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Packers 21, Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Pickett going to move his guys around.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got this to Pickens.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired again.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ready.
Love now on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. A pause now as they tend to an injured player. And it's the quarterback, Jordan Love. He's shaken up out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Here's Austin. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The give is to Jones. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Green Bay.
Let's go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Pickett. Pickett lost it. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Come on, set, switch, yellow. Set.
A give to Jones.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So a win here for the Packers, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for Green Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew,